di mantenere incollata la propria velocità, quella dello scafo azzurro, che rimane in terza posizione in questo momento.
So this Uzbekistani crew, quite a young crew. Rano in the bow seat, they're just 16 years of age. She is backed up in the 2 seat by an 18-year-old. So young, inexperienced crew from Uzbekistan, but they're still in the mix here, leading the Spanish crew at the moment in the race for 4th and 5th. Out there leading it out at the moment and from the start has been the Brazilian crew, taking with them the United States. They're side by side in lane 2 and lane 3. And the Brazilian crew not moving away from USA. So they're very much in contention here, with just 4 or 5 meters separating first and second. A little bit further back then to the Italians, a couple of boat lengths in 3rd place at the moment before opening up a lead ahead of the Uzbekistani crew, that young crew that I mentioned back in 4th place in Spain. A very experienced crew from the Spanish crew as well, and 19-year-old David Morales Paz in the coxed seat as well. He's the coach is David Morales Paz. Ana Gonzalez Calvo is the 19-year-old in the cox's seat for the Spanish crew. Uzbekistan at the moment getting the better of them in the race for 4th and 5th, but no doubt about the leaders here, but they are coming under increased pressure as they come up to the 1,000 meter mark. And Tim, it looks like Brazil did the early running, but USA really putting a push on here at the halfway mark.
Yeah, you're right, Richie. I was actually quite impressed by the Brazilian start. They took it up all the way to 43 strokes a minute, establishing that early lead. But now it is the middle kilometer of this race, and the quality of the American crew is starting to shine through, with 2 silver medalists from the Paralympic Games from Paris in that boat, in the stroke and the coxswain seat. So there's plenty of experience compared to the crew from Brazil, who is also quite a well-established crew, with 4 of the 5 crew members also racing in this event at the Paralympic Games in Paris, finishing 8th overall, and they are going toe-to-toe with the Americans. The Americans, though, with a new lineup. That's the 1-2, and on the far side it is Italy moving with them. Uzbekistan, that young crew you mentioned, Richie, slipping back slightly in the second half of this race, with Spain off the pace at the moment. But the race between Brazil and the United States is one to watch.
Se il Brasile aveva aperto le danze nei primi 1000 metri, e adesso sono gli Stati Uniti ad aver preso la posizione di testa, non molto lontani dal Brasile. In terza posizione troviamo la squadra azzurra, che sta combattendo per seguire le posizioni di testa, seguita poi dall'Uzbekistan, una crew, una barca con delle giovanissime. Infatti le 2 ragazze presenti hanno solo 16 e 18 anni. Bellissimo vedere il loro debutto in campo internazionale in questa specialità, e approcciarsi al canottaggio così da giovani. E poi a chiudere troviamo invece l'equipaggio spagnolo, po' più di veterani. Abbiamo una classe 69 e una classe 73, eppure abbiamo invece come timoniera una classe 2005, quindi bellissimo vedere anche questa differenza d'età, uniti per lo stesso obiettivo. Arrivati poi agli ultimi 400 metri, abbiamo ancora in testa gli Stati Uniti, sempre seguiti dal Brasile, che sta gestendo la gara con 3 colpi in meno rispetto all'America, e in terza posizione abbiamo la squadra azzurra con il numero più alto di colpi, 35 al minuto.
Great push there from the Americans, sees them taking the lead out of the hands of the Brazilian mixed 4 right beside them, and the Brazilian crew now starting to struggle a bit, and the Italians looking great there in lane number 1. Spain and Uzbekistan in a race of their own, but the United States thundering through, and now having that lead, opening up to 3/4 of a length ahead of Brazil, Italy, Uzbekistan and Spain coming into the Red Bull area. Yours to call, Richie.
Interesting thing, this Italian lineup that they have, the 3 and stroke of that boat, already raced in the PR3 men's pairs race this morning in 2 different boats where they finished 3rd and 4th. So they've already been racing today, so they're well warmed up, and they're putting it up to the Brazilians here as they come in towards the finish. United States look like in control. They've timed up to perfection in the second half of the race here, and just gotten the better of Brazil. The Italians trying to come back, but with a little bit of clear water, it looks like it is going to be the US USA leading ahead of Brazil and Italy. They're the 1, 2 and 3 with the young Uzbekistan crew in third place ahead of Spain as they come towards the line. It is going to be the USA taking the win in the preliminary race here for the PR3 Mix4 ahead of the crew from Brazil. They're the 1 and 2, and the Italians just coming in and winding up for the line here in third place. And a little bit of clear water then back to that young Uzbekistani crew. A lot of them making their debut here and perform admirably, coming in fourth place ahead of the crew from Spain to close out these preliminary races for the PR categories. And next up, we're going to be back with the quarterfinals of the men's single sculls.